Hello everyone, welcome to the aircraft construction course. I am Zhang Qiyuan. This lesson lets us learn about the maintenance of the aircraft hydraulic system. The contents of this issue include precautions for shutdown and decompression operation, filling of hydraulic tank, pressure relief, and pressurization of hydraulic tank air. Part 1. Shutdown decompression operation precautions. In the previous issue, we learned about the hydraulic control panels of Boeing 737 NG aircraft. When the two switches, ENG1 and ENG2, are in the off position, the relief solenoid is energized and the engine drives the pump into the relief state. When the aircraft is parked, the control switch of the engine drive pump, EDP, should be placed in the on position to reduce the life loss of the relief solenoid. Part 2. Filling of hydraulic tank. Page 6. Although the hydraulic system of the aircraft is a closed system, there is no guarantee of a 100% seal. We need to regularly check the fuel volume of the fuel tank and fill it when necessary. When refueling, ensure that the oil volume is correct. Avoid hydraulic oil splashing on the body. Use clean hydraulic oil and equipment and control the refueling pressure not to exceed the limit value. Make sure the following components are in the correct position before checking the fuel volume of the tank. Spoiler in lowered position. Landing gear in the lowered position. The landing gear door is closed. Thrust reverser in retracted position. Brake accumulator in supercharged state. Parking brake in a release state. Let's learn about the filling operation procedures of the hydraulic tank through the video.
A320 hydraulic reservoir filling. Before starting with the filling procedure, all flight control surfaces must be in their neutral retracted position. Thrust reversers retracted, and the cargo doors must be in the closed position. When the flight control surfaces are retracted, place warning notices to prevent others from moving the flight control surfaces. Select the hydraulic page on the system display and make sure that the hydraulic systems are completely depressurized. Make sure that the system accumulator is pre-pressurized to the correct value and that the hydraulic system reservoir is correctly pre-pressurized with air. Pressurize the yellow hydraulic circuit with the yellow electric pump. The PTU should be in the off position to make sure only the yellow system will be pressurized. When the electric pump is selected to off, the triple indicator should show the brake accumulator as being fully pressurized to 3000 psi. Place a warning notice to tell people not to operate the hydraulic system. Open the green and yellow hydraulic ground service panel. Remove the hand pump lever from the yellow panel and assemble it so it can be used on the green service panel hand pump. Make sure to wear the proper protection gloves and goggles before removing the flexible hose from its housing. Connect the hose to the hand pump and insert it into a new canister of hydraulic fluid. Select the hydraulic system that needs to be filled. The selection is confirmed by a colored LED on the indication panel. Install the hand pump lever on the pump and start the filling operation. Fill the system reservoir to the last white line in the related colored band and not to the end of the scale. Put the selector back to neutral. Remove the hose from the hand pump and clean and dry the hose and its connections to prevent spillage. Install blanking caps on the pump and hose. Reinstall the hose in the housing. Remove the hand pump lever and reassemble it in its stowing configuration and install it on the yellow service panel. Close the service panels. If a reservoir is overfilled, it must be drained. Connect the flexible hose to the drain connector. Do not forget to depressurize the reservoir before opening the drain valve. Use a container of sufficient size to collect the excess fluid from the reservoir. Open the drain connector until the required reservoir level is reached. Remove the flexible hose and clean the connection. Repressurize the reservoir before operation of the system. Remove the warning notices and check the hydraulic system page for correct level indication.
Part 3. Pressure relief and pressurization of hydraulic tank air. Before carrying out the maintenance work of the hydraulic system, the air pressure of the hydraulic tank should be released to avoid oil leakage. After the maintenance of the hydraulic system is completed, the hydraulic tank should be recharged and pressurized. Page 10. Let's learn about the pressure relief operation procedures of the hydraulic tank air through the video.
Depressurization of a hydraulic reservoir. Make sure the hydraulic system will not be pressurized during this task. Open the access panel to the hydraulic ground service panel. The direct reading gauge on the reservoir will show the actual air pressure inside the reservoir. Wear the proper protection when you open the depressurizing valve. The air can be hot and contain hydraulic fluid. The gauge on the reservoir will show the decrease in pressure. Make sure the valve is completely closed. If the reservoir needs to be depressurized for a longer time during a maintenance task, a special tool needs to be installed. Unscrew the normal depressurizing valve and install the maintenance tool to prevent unwanted pressure buildup.
Let's learn about the pressurized pressure operation procedures of hydraulic tank air through video.
Pressurization of a hydraulic reservoir. Remove the maintenance tool and install the normal depressurization valve to ensure pressurization of the reservoir. Open the access panel of the blue hydraulic compartment. Connect the nitrogen pressure hose to the air pressure manifold. Adjust the nitrogen pressure to 50 psi according to the pressure gauge on the reservoir. Disconnect the pressure hose and close the access panels.
This course is over. Thank you for your study. Now comes the exercise session. Students can press the pause button to think and answer. Let's start now. Have all the students answered correctly?